Hello, everybody. Well, today I'm going to be talking about a very specific subject, and I'm going to give you a solution. I'm actually going, I can actually give you the solution right now. The United States has an exploding student debt problem, and what you must do is give them bankruptcy laws. Right now, student debt doesn't have a bankruptcy law. Therefore, if you go bankrupt, you still have to pay your student debt. That is absolutely insane. I managed to find the video that I saw some days ago. I'm going to show it to you. It is this Asmon Gold clip about how this young woman is, well, she made a TikTok video where she confessed to having a $90,000 debt, student debt, and so on. I don't know how the video fared on YouTube on TikTok. I don't know, but I suppose that at least she got some sympathy. But also, at least she was a little attacked by people telling her, "Oh, you should have known better," and all of those things. It doesn't. I am. I don't know what's the ratio, right? I don't know if it's 50-1 or 20-1. I don't know. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you shouldn't become indifferent to such plights. Her problem is not really her problem. Life, life is not about suffering. Life is not about pain. Life is not a burden on your on your shoulders. If life becomes that, as that young crying woman shows, it means you are doing something wrong. You are doing something wrong, not her. Why not her? Because she was too young to know. She was too young to know, and because the things that they told her were lies. How are you going to work in the world if you tell yourself lies? What is the lie told? That get an education, and then you're going to get a good salary, and you're going to pay off your debt. It is worth the investment. That's the lie. And that is a lie not believed by her, which is true, but created by society, which is true too. The primary factor, the most important thing is that all of society lied to her. What is she going to do? She's going to rebel. Some people do that, but they are few. Huh? And how are they going to rebel against you telling them that they should get whatever title in whatever university and that it's going to solve your future problems? How are they going to do it? It is absolute nonsense. Nonsense, the math that you have done. That you are, we're talking about the general population of the United States and all the politicians and them backing the current situation concerning student debt, because it included Joe Biden's actions of not allowing debt to be collected for I don't know how long. All of those things, they are wrong, 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 and they are your doing. Therefore, the situation is simple. No student has debt. Why? Because they are bankrupt. If you owe, let's say, $90,000, which is the number she gave, $90,000 is a good salary in the United States. It is a good salary. It is a magnificent starting salary. So that woman, that young woman that was crying on that Osmond Gold clip, should be working full time and not existing, so she wouldn't have any expenses, and pay all of her salary of 1 year to pay off her debt. That's the idea. It's ridiculous. It is absolute nonsense. How is a human being supposed to exist, work full time, and not exist to save as much money as possible for 1 year? And somebody will say, well, you don't pay off in a year, you pay off in what, 30 years, 20 years? How much of their life are you going to take away from them for a lie that you believed? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And the situation around that is horrifying. Do not become indifferent to those people's pain. There is a reason for that pain. And there is a solution. The solution is very simple. They are bankrupt. How much can they pay? I don't know. If they come to me with $90,000 debt and you declare yourself bankrupt, how much you should pay after that? I don't know. Nothing. Nothing should be the first number that comes to mind. They shouldn't pay anything. It was a trap. It doesn't make any mathematical sense. Long story. Find out. Do your research. Simple solution. Bankruptcy laws. Bankruptcy laws and all of those parasitic financial systems that feed off that debt, that is absolutely nonsense. Nonsense. And what your colleges and universities are doing are also come on, people, come on, you have seen them. If somebody says my pronouns are, your pronouns do not matter. You have all the pronouns. That's how language works. If someone speaks about him or about her, they are talking about them. And that's how it is used. And any other approach to that is not all right in the head. Anyway, do your research. It is unsustainable. It is absurd. And bankruptcy laws, erasing all debt from record or erasing all debt from wherever, is something that the system, the parasitic financial system, can absorb with no pain. There will be problems, huge problems. But that's because the parasitic system is a parasite. Allow me to give you an example. How much is this department worth in New York? Let's say it's $50 million. The seller asks you to go to the department, shows you around, and tells you it's $50 million. You look at it, you see it, it's good, it's really good. And you say, it is worth 3 million tops. And the seller says, you're right, and accepts your offer. It is a $47 million loss that can be absorbed by the parasitic system. That's all for today. Thank you for your time.